And we're live. Hey, this is John with Dogfin Studios. And we're actually sitting here today with Tim Harris, one of the local artists here at Terrorfest, and with his art company called Metal Devil Art. And me and Lisa are going to be having a little sit down with him. So here we go.
Hi, guys.
Tim, welcome.
Yes, thank you. Glad to be on here.
We're glad to have you.
Yes.
Your art is really cool. First of all, I want to talk about your art.
All right, appreciate it.
So you have this art studio. First of all, I want to ask you a few questions about life as an artist and deciding that this was your passion.
All right.
How'd you figure out that this is what you wanted to do?
I was doing pieces at work while I was on breaks and stuff like that by hand, and give them as Christmas presents, stuff like that. And like later on down the road, I decided that I would kind of want to do this as a full-time thing because it was an oil field. They had layoffs, and I kind of wanted to do this as a supplemental income at first, and then because they slowed down really hard in the oil field, and then later on they actually laid me off from the company I was working for, and so I went in and bought another machine and got bigger equipment that I needed to run that machine, and I actually just said I'm going to go do another job and do this at the same time, but then I got let go again. And I was like, okay, I'm done with this. And so I had a gun show in a couple of weeks that I went and did, and all of a sudden I was like, if I can do my electric bill at this gun show, I think I'll stop really looking for a real job and go do this full time. And that's exactly what happened. I made about $800 that weekend.
Oh, wow.
From there on, I was like, I'm just not going to look for another job. I'm just going to do this full time.
Tell us a little bit about the art, what your choices are, why you choose to do art this way, and what exactly it is.
I've always had a fascination with metal, I guess. I've had the eye for sculpting, and I was sculpting in high school a little bit with clay and different things like soapstone and stuff like that. And then I was like, I could do the same thing with metal, and I created all this cool stuff for different people. And then I'm a huge fan of movies, huge fan of horror, huge fan of comics, huge fan of all this stuff. So I liked that kind of material. So I actually started creating stuff for that in the metal. And Comic-Cons were a huge part of my life just to go for a long time. And so that started in 2008. And then from then on, I was just a fan. And then actually 2016, I actually started doing Comic-Con, stuff like that, as a fan and as an artist at the shows. So I could actually fund my fun, and I could actually make some money off of it as well, like living.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit of your art? You brought some over, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'm a huge fan of Kevin Smith, and I made some sconces for his podcast studio.
Oh, no way.
And I actually, this is a piece that I made.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
That was, this is a larger version of the sconce. I just kind of took this out of the sconce and just made a larger piece. And then,
wow.
So
it's beautiful.
There's 7 of these, not exactly the movies, but I have Jay and Silent Bob one. I have Dante and Randall. And then I have movies, Buddy Christ, and I have a Golgotha, the ship as well.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So I got
beautiful.
That one, and then also this is probably one of the most popular pieces I think I've ever.
The Jaws. That is really cool. Wow. Yeah.
He wants to do
oh my god, that's awesome.
So those are a few examples of stuff I've done.
Your artwork is so tactile. I mean, it's obviously very, it's heavy. Oh my god. No, this is beautiful. Seriously. I mean, okay, so you've been doing this with the metal. You're into the horror stuff. You're into the Kevin Smith stuff. Okay, so obviously we have a massive fan right here. of Kevin Smith. He cosplays
Yes,
him
as you can tell.
every year, almost at everything that we go to.
Yes.
And he fits it so well. So, I mean, that's great. And instantly, everyone knows exactly who he is.
Yeah, my convention name became Silent Bob, wearing the costume for so long.
Right. So, you guys have a lot in common. So, I think you two should talk a little bit about what you've met throughout Comic Cons and how he's met and how y'all, I mean, without knowing each other, 6 degrees of separation kind of deal.
I don't know. All the ones I've met, everyone I've met. Obviously, Kevin Smith, whenever he came to Houston. Jason Mewes at many conventions. Actually met Brian Halloran when he came to Alamo City Con down in San Antonio.
That's the first time I ever met him was that show. Became friends since then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you were there too?
Yep. So that's where I've seen him in these shows.
And what was still hilarious about that show, I started hearing people all talking that Kevin Smith was at the show. I started running around looking for him, and about 30 minutes later, I realized it's me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to meet pretty much everybody almost in the Kevin Smith world. Like Kevin, Jay, Brian, O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Elias, Trevor Furman from Torch 2 and 3. And I even met some of the people from the original Torch movie, like the Carpenter from the Star Wars story, the Death Star. I met Kevin's mom.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. She's been at a couple shows where I was at in Jersey. And so me and Brian Halloran talk quite a bit, texting back and forth a little bit. And,
you guys text. Brian.
Yeah. So I've kind of, over the last 10 years probably, I've gotten to know a lot of everybody from the world of Kevin because I'm just at the right place at the right time most of the time.
So you've gotten to know a lot of people. How involved have you gotten in getting to know them?
I've done some, like I said, did work for Kevin, and since he's got this new podcast studio, or the theater, the movie theater, I was as the VIPs part of the convenience store, and Kevin was going around signing autographs in line, and he saw me. He's like, "Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?" And he was like, "Hey, I need you to make me some of those sconces for my new theater, and I'll get with you later." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then so I ran into him in Columbus, Ohio, because I told him I was going to be there, and he's like, I was like, "So I need to talk to about doing this," and it's Ernie O'Donnell who does all the carpenter work and all the buildings and all the different things for Kevin and everything. So I was like, he's the one who actually ordered the first sconces that I made for the Spawn Castle, or Leonardo. And so I called him up the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, we need you to do these, but we got to figure out what we're going to do with them, and we'll get back with you." So I should hopefully be doing some more sconces for the new big theater.
That's really cool.
So that's kind of where I've gotten into, like, being able to interact with those guys. And Ernie actually ordered for the first time he's a huge Blues Brothers fan, and so I made the two heads and the ties come down, and they actually sit on the Blues Brothers little base like that.
Wow. So you were telling me earlier about so one of the things we were talking about is metal and how metal music, it seems like the people who create it are just the nicest people on the planet, right? And that must be the fact that they get all their angst out while they're playing all this aggressive music. And I mean, I'm not sure I ever heard that no, we kind of agreed on that take. And then you were telling me about this road rage incident, how you and Kevin Smith kind of bonded over or something like that.
Well, like I say, it was the on Hollywood Babylon, him and Ralph Garman were talking, and they were talking about Kevin and his road rage. and him being like Kevin being like this biggest sweetheart outside of the car because he's a New Jersey driver, so he learned how to drive in Jersey. He's all angry in the car and stuff like that. So he was like, I think that the anger is being let out in the car, and when you get out of the car, it's all kind of dissipated. You're like, just chill, like you're not an angry driver anymore, or angry person anymore, because it's all been dissipated in the car.
In the car.
And I was up in the Red Bank, New Jersey, at the movies pop-up they had up there, and they went, and I was talking to Kevin, and then I was talking to the couple, and I was like, I'm going to walk back to the Secret Stash. And so I started walking back. It's a good 15-minute walk, probably. And so I see this black SUV come around out of the peripheral, and I'm just look over it. There's Kevin Smith in his little car, and I was like, he's like, hey man, need a ride? It looks like a hot walk. I'm just like, holy shit. I know, and I was just in shock that it was like, I was like, sure. You know? Yeah. And I got in, and he was driving, and I'm just like sitting there kind of like in shock of riding with Kevin Smith. I'm like, and it smelled like a lot of hot. Yeah. And the only thing I can think of is that I was telling him the same thing. It's like, I'm an angry driver too. And I think we have this thing in common. And it's like, I think it works because I am a very nice guy outside the car and very angry person in the car. So
you keep your anger to a very specific area.
So you've driven through rush hour in Houston too.
I've driven through many places because I travel pretty much all over the country doing these cons, horror conventions, Comic Cons. I drive to New Jersey, I drove to Orlando, I drove to Portland, I drove north to Chicago, I drove all over the place.
What is your base of operation?
Odessa, Texas.
Oh, okay.
I've been there once, and that was actually for Permian Basin Comic Con.
Yes.
The promoter out there got into a friend of mine. I'm just going to plug her name, Holly Hudspeth. She's an author.
Very cool.
Got me there, like, 8 hours of driving, and then kind of a funny story. My co-host at the time didn't tell me that his kid got him sick until 5 hours into the drive.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I was patient 0 for Complex.
Oh.
But besides that, I was kind of amazed at that whole town over there. It was like, looks like something from the 1960s, all nice and small houses and everything else, but there's money.
Yeah. Yeah, Midland is the money town there in that area. It's like it's a very white collar little section in that area. So.
Were you raised in Odessa, or is that where you?
Yeah, I was actually born in Midland and raised Odessa and Midland. Back and forth.
So you're a Texas guy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Definitely Texas. I don't do many cons in Texas. Funny, I'm so far outside of Texas anymore.
Usually, yeah. So what brought you here to do Terrorfest?
Well, Chris, the promoter, invited me out to come, and so I came out
Very
to
cool.
the show. I've done Comic Palooza here a couple times. But yeah, that's why I came out here, just to try it out and see what happens.
I'm glad you came.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah.
That was great. Well, speaking of all the cons you've been to, you mainly like stay with just the horror conventions, or you do a lot more like the regular pop media?
In the last couple of years, starting pretty much last year in January or February, I actually started doing mostly horror cons. I'll also sprinkle a couple Comic Cons in there. The horror conventions are more accepting, I think, for the art in Comic Con is so diverse that you never know what's popular. There's too many. Our horror conventions are very niche and very centered around certain smaller characters than you would if you go to a Comic Con, which has a million different types of characters. So horror conventions are more in my line because I'm a horror movie fan for one. And comics have been fun. but I love horror movies.
Okay. So tell us what's one of your favorite horror movies?
I mean, I love the goofy, the kind of outrageous, like Human Centipede.
Oh God. I can't watch that.
I have seen so many iterations of that, and South Park did not help.
Oh.
So yeah, I like stuff like irreverent comedy, like black comedy, horror, stuff like that. Black Sheep is one of those New Zealand like sheep killing movies, where the killer sheep.
Oh God.
The Killers.
Oh,
There's were sheep in it.
Like,
Yeah.
they managed to take the most docile animal on the planet
Yep.
and turn it into a killing machine.
They're genetically modifying these sheep to create the most perfect wool ever, like so the whitest, the most pure wool. And what they do is they go in and so this I guess PETA guy goes in and finds this little sheep, and it bites him, and he actually starts turning into a were-sheep.
Oh my gosh.
wow.
Yeah. So stuff like
Well, there you
that.
got
It's very funny, very dark, and gory. So it's like your reverent black comedy horror.
Yeah, I always like the old 1960s.
Yeah.
Especially,
Night of the Living Dead.
oh no, that's up there. But the best one I had was Night of the Lupus.
That little Lucas.
Yes, it was radiation got to these bunny rabbits, and they grew to ginormous size, and just started terrorizing a town.
I remember as a kid, you see those giant rabbits.
Making that weird sound while they're just sitting there. Oh, that attacking the giant ants.
Piranha was one of those back in the day.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of art to do, like mimicking one of the genres? Like what you like to do, that type of art? That's gonna be a hard question.
Oh, the hard-hitting questions are now hitting.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta warm you up.
10 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I like making the like stuff people don't find. Like I've made a friend of mine and me are big fans of the Behind the Mask. Leslie Vernon, Behind the Mask, Leslie Vernon, and I made a key holder with sights that come up where you put your keys, and it's a picture of him holding his sight, and
That is
so
really cool.
like stuff you don't find that most people won't make or find or whatever in most places. I like making unique things like that, and creating stuff that like people will be like, oh, I've never seen that before. So I have a lot of that stuff I've made for people. I always get ideas from people to make things like that.
Very cool.
So I like making unique pieces.
Brain just went dead on me. Seriously, I want to have my little jolt of caffeine here. Have to cover the label, copyrights.
Yeah.
Everyone can figure out what it is. Oh, but yeah, like I always love the unique art work of that. All the artists doing all seeing the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, I can get that, but why do I need two pieces of it? And I find that one piece of art, which is like, oh, your art going.
Everybody makes prints. I mean, everybody gets prints all the time. That's like what most people have, and you find that in a million places, but you can't find stuff that you can paint your keys on or put a candle in, or paint jackets or whatever. So that's what I like to make, is stuff that's related to things I like and other people like.
But especially the metal, like, I've always loved metal artwork of all kinds. I got a few pieces myself, actually. Things I've actually made when I was in a metal shop and stuff like that. But just something about metal is just always a lot more tangible than just prints. Granted, there's nothing wrong with prints at all. Nothing wrong with prints at all. But I just prefer that it's a little more durable.
I mean, even if with wood, it deteriorates and falls apart. It goes away after a certain amount of time. If it's not done right, then metal pretty much lasts forever.
What kind of tools do you have to use?
I have a CNC plasma cutter, which is computer operated. I use my computer first to draw up all the drawings, create that file, take it out to the shop, and throw it on the. I have a flash drive that I put inside the laptop out there, which has a program that runs the table, and it pretty much tells the torch or the machine of where it needs to go to cut. So it comes off and on, like it'll cut a line, and then it'll stop, and it'll go to the next stop, and then I cut. And so it's pretty much, I need a grinder to clean that all stuff up, and then I have a drill press to cut holes if I need holes and stuff like that. So
Sounds like it's pretty involved.
it can be. It's very tedious work. Yeah, a lot of time in cleaning, painting, and prep work.
See, you're so
So
concerned.
that's a lot of work that goes into a lump of.
It is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I've cried a lot.
Oh. Have there been times that you worked on something really hard and then it just didn't come out right?
Oh yeah. My machine is very, like I said, but very tedious, very fickle sometimes, and sometimes it'll adjust itself during cuts.
What?
And so it'll be cutting, and then all of a sudden something falls out that shouldn't have fell out because it just adjusted just that much that it completely screwed up the whole piece. Like I've cut for 30, 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden one little nit, and it's like it just falls apart. Like that sucks. Oh, that thing plus the pasture. Like, goodbye.
The pasture.
Yeah.
Wow.
I live out in the country, so there's a lot of land around here. But it's probably littered with all my pieces that hamster.
Is that going to help you with your art being out in the country and quiet? Does it give you any inspiration, or is it just a good setting for your brain?
No.
Neither one of the above.
I mean, the thing is, I'm out there by myself, and it's kind of like I need help
Yeah, I've always
with
wondered,
some
like,
stuff, so I'm kind of there and not able to like perform as well. I guess I'm not a very low. I don't want to be out there by myself.
and
That
it
type of
comes
thing.
a
Got
long
it.
way with that.
So that doesn't really help too much.
Well, I hope your circumstances change.
Oh yeah. Hopefully.
In the meantime, we would like to thank you for being on.
So thank you for having me on here.
Something
And in the future, hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to.
And if you're around, come on down at Terrorfest and have a great time here. Buy some of this stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You can find it on Instagram on Metal Devil Art, and you can find me on Facebook, Metal Devil Art as well. So,
Okay. Thank you so much.
yeah. You bet.
Okay.